Ready? Peace and love, kings and queens of the universe. It's your girl, Rosabelle. It's your girl, Rosabelle. It's your girl, Rosabelle. It's your girl, Rosabelle. And thank you so much for tuning in to another video in this pregnancy series. Peace and love, kings and queens of the universe. It's your girl, Rosabelle, and thank you so much for tuning in to another video with me. Today, as promised, I have the nitty-gritty, the beginning, the how of my pregnancy journey. How did we get pregnant? 2 girls, same-sex relationship. How did we do it? How are we here 8 months later? It all started with a dream. A dream to have children. It all started with that and a fertility clinic. Because of course, if we want to have a child, we need to see if we actually can have a child. First step, we went to the fertility clinic. We asked a lot of questions. We got a lot of testing done. Some of the tests they did were ultrasounds. They did tube tests. They looked at my eggs. They looked at all of my levels. A lot of blood work, genetic testing. All of that kind of comes up in the forefront when going to the fertility clinic. We also were told a lot of our options as we were being tested, such as what types of insemination is available since we are same sex. They had IUI, which is intrauterine insemination, and IVF, which is in vitro fertilization. They also let us know about sperm options, sperm banks, and even utilizing somebody that we know as a sperm donor. In order to do so, they let us know that there had to be a binding contract. We had to get a contract, legal contract, notarized to where both parties understand this is to protect everybody. And in our case, both parties needed to understand that this is just strictly for sperm donation. That's it. We don't want to have to sue you. We don't want you to have to come after us to see a child. We don't want to come after you for child support. This is to protect everybody in this agreement. Some of the disappointing things that I found out at the fertility clinic was that I had PCOS and that I had a blocked right fallopian tube. And that also my chances of getting pregnant were just a little bit lower than everybody else's because of that. However, my eggs did look good, thank goodness. We took the information that we learned at the fertility clinic and we researched. We looked at costs, we looked at grants, we looked at sperm locations, we looked at sperm donation in order to figure out how we were going to compensate a possible known donor. And we also wrote a list of known donors, people who we really wanted to ask to help us make a child. We learned through our research that IVF is about 25 grand a chance. IUI is about 10 to 12 grand per chance, and each chance gives the same outcome as using a known donor and inseminating at home, which is about 25% max each chance. So it's a 25% chance that it might work. Didn't change. That helped our options. We did not go back to the fertility clinic. We did not continue to seek IUI or IVF. We continued to make a plan to do a known donor, have an at-home insemination kit, and get inseminated. Some of the good information that we got from the fertility clinic was to start taking prenatals and also use, what are they called? They're strips, and you use them to check your fertility window. It was recommended to monitor my cycle, monitor the times that I'm fertile, so that way we could write it on a calendar and see when the best time to try for a baby was. Really good hints. Thank you, fertility clinic, and thank you, doctor, because you were very, very nice, but very, very high. That made the next part of our journey a lot easier. Knowing that we were going to save money and knowing that we can actually do something within the comforts of our home and in our own time. And if we fail, it won't be a huge loss because we're not losing a lot of money. Fast forward to about October. We went to the fertility clinic July last year, 2019. And now it's around October 2019 and we are asking our donors or potential donors. Let me not say donors yet, because it's great. We are asking our potential donors to be a donor. We're letting them know about the process, we're letting them know about the contract, and we're letting them know our demands, that we will be needing sperm a little more on demand during these times of the months, because we've had months to study and track my fertile window. There were a few people who declined, respectfully. You know, it happens, but at least we were able to ask them, and at least we were just friends and on a level enough to be able to understand that, hey, I understand why you don't want to do this. It's a little hard to like sign away your sperm to people, friends or not. We did find lucky donors that wanted to help and that signed the contract and that were just so enthused to be able to give us the gift of life. Pause. I just wanted to say that we definitely got our donors tested. We got them tested for STDs and also HIV/AIDS. I just forgot to mention that in the video. Back to the video. Once the donors signed the contract, it was game time. Like football, game time. We tried for the first time in December. We made sure our donors had their own sterilized medical cups. We made sure we were very strict on the times that we will be picking them up, because sperm only lives an hour outside of the penis. It only lives an hour in the cup, live and ready to use and inseminate. So we really wanted to make sure that we had enough travel time, and just enough time to really inseminate without rushing. Now here's an answer to an even bigger question. How did we inseminate at home? Did we use a turkey baster? The answer is no. We use something, I guess turkey basters work in the same way. However, we use an actual insemination kit, a very amazing insemination kit made by Stork. I'll put the link in the comment box below, just in case anybody is looking to do at-home insemination in the future. This kit came with a little silicone cup that goes inside of it looks like a dildo, but it's not a dildo. It goes inside of a case, and of course you put it in, you release it, let it sit. Keep sperm close for a few hours, and then you remove it. It's painless, it doesn't hurt, it only takes a few moments. The hardest part was definitely touching the sperm. They were like, oh, yeah, we wanted to get pregnant, but they didn't even think about the fact that we have to play with sperm. We have to put this sperm in the kit. We have to put the kit in the, you know, how that goes. We really have to be pretty hands-on and interactive. December, pregnancy failed. We tried one time during my fertile window, and that's probably where we went wrong. I don't know. Remember, 20% chance. In January, we tried a couple times during our fertile window, or what felt like the fertile window based off of the strips, which I'm gonna go ahead and post a clip of what the strips, what I'm talking about in the video, just so you can see. The lines mean, different lines tell you if you're in your fertile window or not. So you would pee on the strip and wait just a few moments, not too long, and lines would come up. And depending on where that line was or how many determined how close we were to the day. Like the absolute drop dead 2 days that we had left to inseminate. 2 best days. But anytime during that fertile window also works, you just have to get there. And it's only like 5 days max. Long story short, January we fumbled again because I think I was looking at those strips wrong. My fertile window was just not, either we had just missed it because my cycle was a little bit shorter during that time, or it just wasn't happening. Like maybe that right side was just ovulating and it's a no-go because it's blocked. February we tried again. We tried a lot. We tried almost every other day in our fertile window because we knew, okay, we need to ramp it up a little bit. We tried once, we tried twice. Maybe we're not catching it enough times during that fertile window, because timing is very important with this. That's why you have to be patient. And what do you know, March, we took a pregnancy test and we got our big fat positive. But that's another story for another video. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into this video today. Don't forget to follow me at Rosabelle on all social media to stay tuned so you can not miss any of these videos in this series. I'm telling you, the series is going to be good. It's a little bit boring right now because it's just the forefront, the information, the how. But it's gonna get a lot juicier as we get into even more pregnancy things. Like, how is Rosabelle feeling? How has pregnancy been? My different stages of pregnancy. As always, I'm Rosabelle, and you are Worthy 365.